friends, and welcome to Between Sundays. I'm your host, Tori Munier, and I'm really glad you're here. This is a space where we talk about faith in the middle of real life, the moments that don't always make it into Sunday morning. Let's dive in. If you're wondering what this podcast is, why it exists, and even if it's for you, this is the place to start. See, I didn't start this podcast because I had everything figured out. I started it because I kept noticing something. There's often a gap between what we experience on Sundays and what our faith actually looks like the rest of the week. We show up, we hear something meaningful, we feel encouraged, and then Monday comes, and life is full again. Responsibilities, work, kids, schedules, stress, and somewhere in the middle of all of that, it can feel hard to stay connected to God in a way that feels real. Not because we don't care, but because life is, well, a lot. And I kept thinking, what if we had a space to talk about that part? Not just the Sunday moments, but everything in between. So that's what this podcast is meant to be. It's a space for real conversations about faith in real life. Not the polished version, not the I have it all together version, but the version that shows up in the middle of busy days, in the quiet moments, in the tension between who we want to be and where we actually are. This is a place where we talk about what it looks like to follow Jesus in everyday life, how to stay connected to God when life feels full, and the questions we don't always say out loud. And we do it in a way that feels honest and not overwhelming. And I think it's just as important to say what this isn't. This isn't going to be a sermon every week, though you will get to hear the ones from Jackson First United Methodist Church. It's not a place where everything is perfectly worded or neatly wrapped up. It's not a space where you need to feel like you're doing everything right to belong here. And it's definitely not a place for perfection, because the truth is, most of us are just trying to live out our faith in the middle of very real, very full lives, and that's enough. See, this space is for you if you love God, but your life feels busy, you want your faith to feel real and not routine, you've ever felt like you're trying to keep up spiritually and falling short, you're doing your best, but still wondering if it's enough. This is for the person who is juggling a lot, carrying a lot, and still trying to stay connected to God in the middle of it all. If that's you, you're in the right place. Here's what you can expect from this podcast. Some episodes will be just me, like sitting across from each other, talking through real life and faith. Some episodes will be conversations with people from our church, from ministries, and from our community. Some will be a little deeper, some will be a little lighter, some will feel like encouragement you didn't know you needed. But all of them will come back to the same heart, helping you navigate faith in the in-between moments of your life. And just so you know, this isn't coming from a place of having it all figured out. This is coming from someone who is balancing ministry, motherhood, life, and learning just like you. There are days my faith feels strong, and there are days where it feels quiet. And I've realized both of those belong here too. So if you've been looking for a space that feels a little more real, a little more honest, a little less pressure, and a little more grace, I hope this becomes that for you. A place you can come back to, a place that reminds you you don't have to have it all together to stay connected to God. You just have to keep showing up. Thanks for spending some time with me today. If this episode encouraged you, share it with a friend or someone who might need it this week. And don't forget to follow along so you don't miss what's coming next. We'll see you back here soon in the in-between.